The envelope slid across the mahogany table like a final insult, disguised as generosity. It stopped beside my crystal water glass, slightly crooked, out of place, just like me. I stared at it. Then I looked up. Patricia Whitmore, Evan's mother, was smiling, but it wasn't a kind smile. It was the kind of smile people wear right before they decide you're disposable. "Go on, dear," she said softly. "Open it." Her voice dripped with sweetness, the dangerous kind. "Consider it an investment in your future." My future? I glanced at Evan, my fiancé. He didn't look up. He was staring at his untouched sea bass, cutting it into pieces he had no intention of eating. I picked up the envelope. Light. Insignificant. Inside were 15 crisp $100 bills. $1,500. I blinked. "Is this a gift?" I asked. Patricia laughed. A delicate sound, perfectly matched to the expensive crystal around us. "Oh, heavens, no," she said. "We call it the Grace Improvement Fund." She leaned forward. "Evan's tenure review is coming up, and honestly, darling, that rural look of yours, charming but inappropriate." She smiled wider. "We just need you polished before you embarrass him." I waited for Evan to speak, for him to say something, anything, but he didn't. His knife scraped against porcelain, over and over. That sound told me everything. Before I tell you what I did with that envelope, pause. Drop a comment. Tell me where you're watching from and what time it is. Because this story, it travels. I didn't wear that dress to impress them. I wore it because in my real life, I don't dress for an audience. I dress for the lab. I live in Wicker Park, Chicago. Gritty, creative, real. That's where I met Evan. He saw a struggling scientist, a woman who needed saving, and Evan loved being the savior. For 2 years, he explained things to me I already understood, paid for dinners like charity, smiled like a man doing a good deed. What he didn't know, 18 months earlier, my biotech startup was acquired by Novartis. What he thought was a grant rejection was actually a licensing negotiation worth millions. My monthly dividend, what he earned in 2 years. I didn't hide it to deceive him. I hid it to protect myself. I call it the armor of invisibility. Then she walked in. Vanessa, the ex-girlfriend, Swiss diplomat's daughter, silk dress worth more than my car. They seated her next to Evan. And suddenly, I wasn't a guest anymore. I was an exhibit. Patricia compared us like merchandise. Vanessa's art shows, my coupons. Vanessa's lineage, my hands. She lifted Vanessa's fingers. "Now these are elegant hands." Then pointed at mine. "Yours look like you garden without gloves." These hands? They built cancer detection tech. They signed million-dollar deals. But to her, they were just ugly. Evan looked at Vanessa and smiled. Something inside me went quiet, not weak, focused. I stopped feeling small and started observing. Fraying cuffs, missing paintings, fear behind Patricia's eyes when the wine bottle emptied. This family wasn't powerful. They were terrified. Asset-rich, cash-poor, living inside a legacy they could no longer afford. And suddenly I understood. They weren't attacking me because I was beneath them. They were attacking me because I was free. "I won't be needing a receptionist job," I said calmly. "My company was acquired by Novartis." Silence. "My monthly dividend is $85,000. Patricia stared at the envelope. Richard bragged about a donor. "I know," I said. "I'm the donor." I slid my phone across the table. Donation, $2 million. Donor, Grace Miller. Status, canceled. Richard's phone chimed. The color left his face. Charity is humiliating when you thought you were superior. Evan begged, "I love you." "No," I said. "You loved being above me." I walked out, left the envelope. The next morning, I donated the money to fund scholarships for underprivileged girls in STEM. 6 months later, the estate was sold. I opened a new lab. 45 people depend on me now. I still wear sneakers, still wear a messy bun. And when I look at the Chicago skyline, I don't smile because I'm rich. I smile because I finally chose my worth myself. If silence has ever been mistaken for weakness, this story was for you.